years. We go where the evidence takes us.
You got something?
She was here.
NCIS Origins is all new. CBS Monday, 10/9 Central.
After the chill of today, southerly winds tomorrow will boost our high temperatures over 60 degrees. Complete details coming up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Kamala Harris reacts following new allegations of Trump praising Hitler, according to one source. Plus, the League of Women Voters holds a candidate forum for those looking for a seat on the Delta County Commission. We'll hear from some of the candidates about their vision for the area. And we have more details on the situation happening at the Forest Lake Reservoir, where water levels have diminished greatly. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
We're expecting some decent weather for today. Certainly mild yesterday, and we couldn't get out of the 40s today. Yeah, we do have a cold start, but we do expect temperatures to get up to near 60 or even lower 60s later on in the afternoon. Clouds will tend to increase. The winds will be out of the southwest, pretty good though, and allowing for those milder temperatures. And across the board, you can see we'll keep it partly sunny throughout the Upper Peninsula with those temperatures in the lower 60s. More coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. Less than 2 weeks remain before Election Day, and more than 24 million Americans have voted early. Today, both campaigns responded to new warnings from John Kelly, a retired Marine general who worked for former President Donald Trump. Tanya Bacchus has the latest.
At a live CNN town hall, Vice President Kamala Harris seized on new comments from John Kelly, former President Donald Trump's longest-serving White House chief of staff. The retired four-star general said Trump fit the definition of a fascist.
The people who know Donald Trump best, the people who worked with him in the White House, in the Situation Room, have all called him unfit and dangerous.
In now published interviews with the New York Times, Kelly said Trump could govern as a dictator if elected, and corroborated reports that Trump spoke favorably about Adolf Hitler.
He commented more than once that, that Hitler did some good things too.
Both Harris and Kelly also pointed to the former president's recent rhetoric about the enemy from within, suggesting he might use the military against domestic opponents.
It should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Something Kelly says Trump was repeatedly told by advisors not to do.
Originally, the conversation would be, Mr. President, that's outside your authority. We really don't want to do that inside the United States.
Trump held two events in Georgia Wednesday, but made no mention of Kelly or what he said.
Kamala, you've done a horrible job. You're the worst ever. There's never been anybody like you. You can't put two sentences together.
But he issued this statement on social media, accusing Kelly of making up stories, calling him dumb and a lowlife. Trump supporters say they remain confident in his leadership.
If he was going to be a dictator, he already would have done that in the 4 years that he served.
And CBS News has learned one of Trump's biggest supporters, Elon Musk, got a letter from the Justice Department. The DOJ says his recent $1 million giveaway to registered voters to sign a petition could violate federal law.
The U.S. Postal Service is talking about its efforts to successfully deliver election mail through the November 5th presidential vote. The U.S. Postal Service says it has more than enough operational capacity to deliver the nation's ballots in the final weeks of the 2024 election. In a virtual event Wednesday, officials shared details on steps they are taking to ensure that election-related mail is delivered on time and securely.
We've made significant investments in enhancing the Postal Service's delivery security in its network, including installation of new high-security collection boxes, electronic locks, a number of measures that help ensure the security of all mail, including ballots and other election mail.
The Postal Service says in the 2020 general election and the 2022 midterms, more than 99% of mailed ballots were delivered to election officials within 7 days. Tonight, candidates in the only 2 contested races for Delta County Commissioner addressed the public at a League of Women Voters Forum. District 3 incumbent Myra Crosdell won the seat in May's recall election. The no-party commissioner faces Republican candidate Christine Williams, a former Escanaba Planning Commissioner. Crosdell says she has shown that she works well with the current board to accomplish goals. Williams says she would bring expertise in finance, information technology, and other administrative fields to help the board make critical decisions.
This is a teamwork for Delta County to bring all of them together, because we're just not segmented between District 4, District 3, District 1. We are Delta County.
I have a whole host of skills and experience that I think I could offer to the county, which would be very beneficial, and I'm excited to be able to provide those.
District 4 incumbent Kelly Vangenhoven faces former Commissioner David Moyle, who did not attend the forum. Vangenhoven says since the recall election, the board has made improvements to the county's operations and resources, and she hopes to continue that work as commissioner.
Our commission is a great collaborative and cohesive unit right now. I've shown myself to be a person who shows up, puts up great ideas, knows how to fight for what I think is right.
Tomorrow we'll have more from the candidate forum on the race for Gladstone City Commissioner and the House of Representatives 108th district seat. Michigan high schools will have the chance to apply for state funding to help increase the number of 12th grade students who file their free application for federal student aid. The State Department for Lifelong Education, Advancement, and Potential has announced a $10 million challenge grant program. The funds will help schools adopt universal FAFSA programs that aim to make sure every student files for aid to help cover the cost of college.
High schools across the state already do a tremendous amount of work to help support students in what comes next after high school. We just know there's always more to do. It's a big decision about what happens after high school graduation.
Those applications will open up for schools on November 1st, and the new funds are expected to be rewarded in January. We have more information up on our website and mobile news app. 2 UP communities are set to receive over $3 million to update water distribution and sewer systems. Marquette County and the city of Ironwood are both recipients of water and wastewater disposal loans and grants from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The funding is a part of Biden's Investing in America agenda, and an overall $42 million Michigan will receive to update water systems.
And this, ensures that we're able to handle wastewater responsibly, that we don't end up with bad situations like sewer backflows, and also that we are continuing to see clean water coming out of the tap.
The money will help Marquette County make updates to the water distribution system around K.I. Sawyer, and Ironwood replace sanitary sewer mains, storm sewer mains, and manholes. There's more about these projects also on our website and mobile news app. The Cleveland Cliffs Basin south of Autrain in Alger County is experiencing historically low water levels. Our John Truitt has been following this story and has this report.
As of a few months ago, this was a pretty sizable lake. And at some places, the reservoir was over 15 feet deep. Fishing guide Corey Berrigan has fished these waters for years and has never seen the water level so low.
What normally would I be looking at?
Water. You would be looking at water. But as soon as you see that shoreline drops off pretty quickly and it's gone.
The basin is regulated by the Autrain Dam that sits at the north end of the basin. The dam is owned by Renewable World Energies, LLC, who have been notified by the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy that they are in violation for allowing the minimum stream flow to go below the lower limit, and that reservoir water levels are 3 feet below the agreed upon limit. In documents obtained by 19 News, Eagle conducted an inspection of the dam September 10th and found several violations and gave the company until October 31st to make the necessary improvements. John Pepin with the Michigan DNR says that owners of the dam have been notified by state and federal agencies not only about low water levels, but about lingering safety concerns that go back decades predating the current owners.
Eagle is questioning the dam owners as to, why the lake level was lowered without consulting the state, and they've given them a notice that they're in violation and of state laws, and so they're waiting for a response that's due on the 31st of October.
I spoke off camera with Renewable World Energy CEO Bill Harris, who says the reservoir is doing what it's supposed to do, which is store water and provide water downstream when needed. In Alger County, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, we hear from the workers on how the Boeing strike is going. And we get an update from McDonald's after they pull certain items from their menu following reports of E. coli being found. We'll be right back after this.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
When I was 5, I began getting sexually abused by my stepfather, and he got me pregnant when I was 12. "64,000 pregnancies from rape have occurred in states with total abortion bans. And Trump did this. Women and girls need to have choices. With Kamala Harris, we do."
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Houghton's the spot where we get all 4 seasons, the snow, the shine, everything in between. So the shoes are everything. You know, what you have is going to help you perform better, perform longer, stay injury-free longer. Whether you're a runner, walker, or you're just looking for a shoe to get yourself through the day, we'll take an extensive approach to finding the shoe that's right for you. Whatever surface that you're going to be on, we've got you covered.
Some places talk about being local, but we actually are local. Our family started Superior Collision 18 years ago, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. No big company name, no outside investors. We are all Marquette, and we're going to stay that way. We are part of this community, and we are proud of the work we do. You can choose to go to a corporate body shop, or you can stay local and go to Superior Collision, Marquette's local hometown body shop.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Could be a little frosty for tonight around the area as temperatures drop close to or below freezing away from the lake shore. But it will lead to some milder temperatures tomorrow. Still a good southerly breeze, but we should be able to break 60 for many of you with a decent amount of sunshine as well. Next front, though, does come in, set off some showers for Thursday night, and they could kind of hang in there for early Friday morning before the sun comes back out. But it will reinforce the somewhat chillier air, and it looks like that will hang with us right on through the weekend. Well, if you still want to catch some of the best color in the Upper Peninsula, most of you are past peak, but you can see for Marquette itself, and a little stretch here along the northern shores of Lake Superior. We still have some pretty decent colors, so you still have a chance, but a lot of wind the past couple of days here, and we expect breezy conditions tomorrow, so you don't have a lot of time to really catch some of that good fall color. For the kids, back to chill here. Temperatures close to freezing. At least it'll be mostly clear and a bit on the chilly side. As we mentioned, going home in the afternoon, temperatures close to 60, partly sunny. Pretty decent weather as the kids come home from school later on in the day. As for the futurecast, we'll keep it dry for the balance of tonight, mostly clear skies, and the winds may be a little brisk here along the lake shore, but inland there will be light, allowing for some of that frost to form. A couple of those clouds come in for tomorrow, but still a decent amount of sunshine, partly sunny. The southwesterly flow, again, boosting our temperatures. And then here comes the next front. It's going to pass through, should be out of the region by daybreak or early in the morning tomorrow. Then the sun comes out here by midday into the afternoon for the rest of the Upper Peninsula. But again, it will be on the chilly side. So winds shifting to the southwest, as you can see, for the balance of tonight, calming down a bit, picking up again for tomorrow out of the southwest. Could see some gusts up to 20 along the lakeshore, but at least it will be a milder wind before it goes back to the west Friday morning as that cold front slides on through and starts to give us some of that chillier air. So we'll drop into the 30s tonight, frosty conditions near the Wisconsin border. Most of you breaking 64 tomorrow with some generally partly sunny skies in the grand scheme of things. And then those early drops are possible on Friday. The sun comes back out, though, for the afternoon, but temperatures only in the mid-50s. Keeping it dry and chilly for the weekend, as you can see, and then a nice little warm-up for the beginning of next week. We even try to hit 70 by maybe Monday or Tuesday. Next front comes in. It's October at its best. Back down to the 50s by Wednesday.
Thanks, Tom. Boeing, the storied American plane maker, has been losing altitude for over a month in the face of a strike by a critical chunk of its workforce. But there's hope for a safe landing tonight as the machinist union votes on a new contract. The company's new CEO is optimistic, but how are the workers feeling? Chris Van Cleve has the latest.
It's deal or no deal. The high-stakes vote with Boeing's future on the ballot. The 33,000 striking machinists are voting whether to accept a new 4-year deal that comes with a 35% pay hike as well as improved health and retirement benefits, but no pension. Its passing is not a guarantee.
While this is a historic offer from the Boeing company, that doesn't necessarily make it good.
It's terrible.
Why do you think it's terrible?
Well, first of all, there's no pension.
Union President John Holden negotiated the new offer.
They wanted to send a message. Do you feel like Boeing has heard that message now?
Oh, they're feeling it now. I mean, members wanted their pound of flesh, and they're getting it.
The vote comes at a critical time for Boeing. The company reported a staggering $6 billion loss last quarter as it prepares to cut 10% of its global workforce after years of losses stemming from production problems, including a door panel that flew off a plane and 2 737 MAX crashes linked to a design flaw, killing 346 people.
We've got a deal that the employees can feel good about and the company can be successful going forward.
New Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg.
This company has had a good culture. We just need to recover that, get back to what everybody wants Boeing to be, this iconic company building great aircraft and defense systems. Everything I see, we can do that. We just got to focus on getting back to our roots.
We should get results tonight, and even if it passes, it could be days, even weeks, before production ramps back up. And if it fails, it's back to the negotiating table, but the path forward is a little unclear in that Boeing has said the pension is off the table.
McDonald's spent the day reassuring consumers about the safety of its food following an E. coli outbreak affecting the chain's Quarter Pounder hamburgers. The most visited restaurant chain in America removed the popular item from its menus in 12 states until it can determine the source of the contamination. Karen Morfitt is in Colorado, where dozens of customers have gotten sick.
McDonald's says the sliced raw onions topping its Quarter Pounder burgers could be the culprit behind the E. coli outbreak. The onions, sourced from a single facility, are being scrutinized along with the Quarter Pounder beef patties. But a McDonald's spokesperson adds the beef comes from multiple suppliers and is cooked well above the 160-degree temperature that kills the E. coli bacteria, noting there would have to be preparation failures at several restaurants. McDonald's stock was down more than 5% today with the news. For now, 20% of restaurants nationwide have temporarily stopped serving Quarter Pounders.
Other beef products at McDonald's, including the cheeseburger, hamburger, Big Mac, McDouble, and the double cheeseburger, are not impacted.
The CDC says 49 cases were found in 10 states. 26 of the cases were in Colorado and 1 death. 10 people have been hospitalized, including a child. The CDC says cases may go up because of the time it takes for people to get sick and then be diagnosed. We also know the first lawsuit was filed on Wednesday.
Still to come on your 19 News, a scholarship opportunity for students looking to enter the field of teaching. That and more coming up in 2 minutes.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Kamala Harris supports EV mandates, killing Michigan jobs. She wants to end all gas-powered cars. Crazy but true. Harris's push requiring electric only is failing big, and Michigan auto workers are paying the price. Massive layoffs already started. She could tank Michigan's whole economy. President Trump will kill the Biden-Harris EV mandates, save Michigan jobs, and cut middle-class taxes.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Does cooking feel like a kitchen battle? You need Granite Stone Armor Max, the revolutionary cookware set with 4 durable layers of ultra non-stick. So slick, virtually nothing sticks. No oil or butter needed. You can get the Granite Stone Armor Max set for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. We'll include this razor-sharp knife set and deep steam and fry pan set, yours absolutely free. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
To catch him, they'll use every trick in the book.
Top investigators and police use the latest forensic science to uncover the truth and solve real cases. The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. A scholarship program is helping future teachers prepare to work in the schools that need them most. WZMQ Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details and tells us what the need is across the state.
Originating in Illinois in the late 80s, the Golden Apple Scholars Program launched in Michigan at the beginning of this year.
We recruit, support, and retain aspiring educators. You can enter in as a Golden Apple Scholar as a high school senior, a freshman, or a sophomore in college. You can go to any higher ed institution across the state, and then you're committing to teach in Michigan at a school of need for 5 years.
In a school of need, 30% of students qualify for free or reduced lunch. As the entire state continues to experience teacher shortages, those schools of need often struggle the most.
It was reported from districts for the 2022-23 school year that we had about 1,800 teacher vacancies, and it may even be underreported. We need that pipeline to continue so that we have well-prepared, excited educators in front of our Michigander kids.
The Golden Apple Scholars Program prepares students to fill those vacancies by supporting them on each step of their journey.
We provide social emotional support. We make sure they stay on track. We do professional development, community building, mock interviews, resume writing. In those first couple years of teaching, we provide them with a mentor. When they've completed their 5 years, we celebrate that commitment and hope that they stay in the classroom for years to come after that.
6 of Michigan's inaugural 35 scholars were from the UP, and the Golden Apple Foundation hopes to see that number grow.
We're looking for an applicant that is excited. You can feel that passion, but we're really excited for that next cohort to be bigger and continue this great work here in Michigan.
To apply for the Golden Apple Scholars Program before the December 1st priority deadline, visit WZMQ19.com. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
With Election Day less than 2 weeks away, a new survey shows Americans are stressed about the future of the nation, the economy, and the presidential election. Dina Demetrius has more on how to cope.
Andrew Payton says he's stressed.
It doesn't help to have your phone buzzing with like headlines and stuff. So there's always like kind of like a background radiation of stress happening.
It's something many Americans are feeling as Election Day approaches.
I do believe a lot of it, for my own personal stress, does trickle down from the political landscape of the last
several years.
According to the American Psychological Association, more than 7 in 10 adults say the future of the nation is a significant stressor, with the economy and the 2024 presidential election right behind.
Over 70% of people are concerned about election violence or violence coming out of the election, and over half saying that they are concerned that this election could mean the end of democracy. And what's striking about that is that both Democrats and Republicans are not that different on those two issues.
Dr. Arthur Evans says despite the stress, more than 60% of adults are feeling hopeful about the change this election will bring.
Health experts say it's important to find ways to cope with stress, and that starts with eating right, exercising, and getting enough sleep.
For election-related stress, being engaged in the political process is an important way to manage our stress. Limiting the amount of information that you're taking in, particularly when you're tired, is also another very important coping strategy.
Steve Pineda is already taking that advice.
I don't really follow the media much. I don't have much of social media. In fact, I have no social media. Faith is the number one thing, what keeps me central.
Finding balance between being informed and not overwhelmed.
The survey also shows more than half of Americans hope this election will lead to a more inclusive society. The NBA season started last night with the Boston Celtics raising their 18th championship banner before beating the New York Knicks. The LA Lakers beat Minnesota, but nobody cared about the score because history was made when the King, LeBron James, became the first NBA player to share the court with his son. Nate Burleson reports.
It's going to be special, but you get it out of the way.
In front of a packed arena, fans waited in anticipation for the moment where Bronny James would join his legendary father on the floor.
James inside, banks it home.
But first, the King had to do his thing.
Cutter, James, major step.
Opening his record-tying 22nd season with thunderous slams. And the crafty crossovers we all expected.
James for two.
And on the bench, a little fatherly advice to his rookie teammate as the pair waited for their history-making moment.
All ready? All right. You see the intensity, right? Just play carefree, though. Don't worry about mistakes. Just go out and play hard. Bronny James just popped off the bench.
With 4 minutes left in the second quarter, the duo tore off their warm-ups and checked in together.
The first father-son duo to play together in an NBA game.
A true family affair on the court.
Dad hands to his son.
Where the pair shared a pass.
Here's LeBron.
But Bronny couldn't get a bucket.
Bronny can't hit the three.
And after 2 minutes and 41 seconds, the rookie headed back to the bench.
Checking in for the first time, that's a crazy moment I will never forget. I'm just extremely grateful for everything. I was given an amazing opportunity to come in this league and get better every day and learn every day.
Sitting courtside to witness the historic moment were Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr., who were teammates for baseball's Seattle Mariners in the 90s. But for LeBron, the night went beyond, joining an exclusive club.
It's always been family over everything, and for me, I lost a lot of time because of this league and committing to this league. So to be able to have this moment where I'm working still and I can work alongside my son, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever got from the man above.
Tom is back with a final look at weather. When we come back, he tells us what our morning commutes are looking like. And an exhibit focused entirely on famed director Tim Burton is set to open in London just in time for Halloween. We'll show you what it's like when we come back.
Tonight. Remember, your vote doesn't matter unless you're in a state that swings.
Colbert's New with Anna Kendrick tonight on CBS.
Well, that was interesting.
You know, every family has that weird, crazy uncle. Apparently for the UP, it's our own Carl Bonac.
You hear him say vaccines are the same thing as Nazi experiments?
Or how he thinks that climate change is just all a big hoax.
Well, Carl has been spreading those stolen election lies for a while now.
Why was he trying to get you to take horse dewormer?
We definitely shouldn't send Carl to Lansing.
Carl's conspiracies can't help UP families.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Transform your space with Shaw Vinyl Plank Flooring. It's waterproof, durable, and features an attached pad for added comfort. Manor Hill Vinyl Plank Flooring is $2.99 a square foot after rebate. You need reliable appliances to help you conquer the day. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection, ready to take home today. Save over $1,000 on this Maytag laundry pair after sale price and 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
For more than 30 years, our community has come through, building affordable homes, making critical repairs, and building ramps for those who need a little help and a little hope. Habitat for Humanity volunteers produce amazing results treasured forever. You could be our next hero. Volunteers are needed to provide affordable housing in Marquette County. Join in, sign up, it's easy. Go to upersunited.com or use the QR code shown here. A public service message of Habitat for Humanity and WZMQ TV 19.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's The Shortlist, only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
It's chilly one for the balance of tonight. Temperatures, most of you dropping well into the 30s. Lakefront, Marquette 37. South of town, close to the 32 here. Iron Mountain, Iron River. Some of you may even drop into the 20s if the winds really do go calm. And for tomorrow, back up to near 60 or lower 60s with the majority of you under partly sunny skies. And then a front goes through for late Thursday night into early Friday morning, allowing for some rain showers, and a few early showers could still be around on Friday. A little more sun, though, breaks out for the afternoon. But the temperatures, you can see, knocking now the 50s. But it does set us up for some fairly decent October weather for the weekend, with partly sunny skies in the grand scheme of things. Chilly hit Saturday, a little bit milder on Sunday. Temperatures continue to rise into the beginning of next week. Showers and cooler, though, as we head toward Wednesday. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Tom. The imagination of Tim Burton has produced ghosts and ghouls, Martians, monsters, and misfits, all on display at an exhibition that is opening at London's Design Museum just in time for Halloween. The world of Tim Burton reveals Burton to be an analog artist who started off as a child in the 1960s, experimenting with paints and colored pencils, drawing in his suburban Californian home. Decades later, after films including Edward Scissorhands, Batman, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Beetlejuice, his ideas still begin with drawing. The exhibition includes 600 items from movie studio collections and the personal archive, and traces those ideas as they advance from sketches through collaboration with set production and costume designers on the way to the big screen. And that's all we have for now, folks. We'll see you again tomorrow.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Donald Trump makes a lot of promises, but we can be sure of one thing. If he wins, he'll ignore all checks that rein in a president's power. It's all in Trump's Project 2025 agenda. What does